Calvin Castine at the 8-Ball Billiards Pool Hall, cafeteria, I don't know what it is, 8-Ball Billiards Cafe, let's get it right here. Just outside of beautiful downtown Plattsburgh, Route 9 North, across from the former Plattsburgh North Country Shopping Center. And we're here for this annual event, and we're going to listen to Mr. Jay Montpelier, the tournament chairman, as he introduces the referees and the participants in this annual event. This is the 17th annual tournament, so in case you've forgotten some of the previous winners: Jeff Benware in 2005, Pat Stotler last year, Neil Young in 2006, Rick Lazor in 2007. Rick Giro was their champion in 2004, Herb Collins 03, Gary Dubuque 02, 99 was Herb Collins, Dubuque in 2000, Neil Young in 2001, Gary Dubuque in 98, 97 was Donnie Cook, Chuck Parra in 93, and also in 96, Dennis Relation in 94, and Chuck Parra again in 95.
Jay Montpelier, Tournament Director of the 17th Annual 8-Ball Billiards Regional Winter Pool Tournament. Again this year, we welcome our friends from the Comstock area. Many more years to come. We hope they'll be coming up here. The format is a race to 3, double elimination. And those of you watching at home, you're only going to see the winner's bracket because the loser's bracket is going to be filmed on other tables. This year's prizes include a location trophy, $500 for first place, and a trophy. $300 for second place in the trophy, and $200 for third place in the trophy. And the winner will have a name engraved on the tournament champions plaque. Before I start, I would like to thank my staff, Jody and Christy, and my helper, Scott and Rick. And last but not least, our videographer, Calvin Castine, hometown cable. Give a big hand, folks. I'd like to thank our players and our sponsors, because if it wasn't for you people, we wouldn't even be here today. We started this hard luck tournament and a 9-ball tournament on the same day, and last year it was a hard-fought race that lasted till 2 o'clock in the morning. So I only thought that it'd be nice to mention everybody that won last year. So for the feature event last year, 16th annual Winter Pool Tournament, first place went to Pat Stotler of Plattsburgh, second place went to Doug Kilburn of Osable Forks, and third place went to TJ Evans of Plattsburgh. In the hard luck tournament, first place went to Tom Hebert of Whitehall, second place went to John Ilsley of Granville, and third place went to Russell Lahowski of Fort Ann. In the 9-ball tournament, first place went to Gary Tucker of Fort Edward, second place went to Pat Stotler of Plattsburgh, and third place went to Bill Hathaway of Plattsburgh. As many of you know, the playoffs here are all friends and relatives. All the locations enjoy good pool with no nonsense. Sportsmanship is a big part of this team. I want to thank all the players for their support in this endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you a little mishap in our pool community, and we're mourning the loss of a member. He's been an area pool player for many years, including this tournament, as well as the Northern New York tournament. He played for Ellenberg DFW, and his team was in the top 2 year after year. Boyd Lord passed away while he was shooting the 8-ball in the first game of his match at the last resort. He definitely went doing something he enjoyed very much. Let's have a moment of silence to ponder on the memories of Lloyd. Now I'll introduce this year's referees. Returning referee, head referee, Ken Cadet from West Shore. Returning referee, Jason Stone from Plattsburgh. Returning referee, Rich Strong from Granville. And a new referee, Minor of Deepmantown. This year, folks, we have 4 past champions and 2 new faces. So we've got a lot of good players here, and you're going to enjoy the tournament, I'm sure. Now it's time to welcome the players to the 17th Annual 8-Ball Billiards Regional Winter Pool Tournament. He's playing for the last resort in Rouse's Point. He's from Moores. He was a finalist in 94, 02, and 04. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Richard. He's playing for Time Served and Comstock. He's a first-time finalist. He's from Whitehall, Tom Ebert. Sorry, folks, we got it reversed there. Tom was the first location. Comstock has 2 locations this year. He's playing for the Friendly Tavern in Keysville. He's from Plattsburgh. He's a finalist in 06. He's a champ in 08. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Stopper. He's playing for Brookings Pub in Keysville. He's from West Shazy. He was a finalist in 94, 05, 08, and he was a champ in 01 and 06. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Young. He's playing for Time Served in Comstock. He's from Fort Edward. He was a finalist in 07 and 08. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Tucker. He's playing for Armin's Place in Rouse's Point. He's from St. Albans, Vermont. He was a finalist in 98 and 06. He took 3rd in 94, 97, and he was champion in 93, 95, and 96. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Barra. He's playing for the American Legion in Rouse's Point. He's from Plattsburgh. He was a finalist in 96 and 01. He took 3rd in 03 and 04. And he was a champ in 98, 00, and 02. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Duke. He's playing for Patriots Pub in Champlain. He's from St. Albans, Vermont. He's a first-time finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Howie Hemingway. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody, and enjoy the tournament.
Chuck Para from St. Albans will lead it off. He is a 3-time champion, from what I can see on the plaques that we looked at earlier. He won 3 of the first 4 titles back when this was a Northern Tier tournament. This was started off as a tournament in the Northern Tier of Clinton County as part of the Northern Tier Chamber of Commerce Winter Carnival. And Chuck was a 3-time champion, last winning in 1996, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares here. He hasn't won, or maybe hasn't even participated in the last 13 years. His opponent is Gary Tucker. And let's see here what who has done what. Let's see. Tucker is representing Time Served from Comstock. He is from Fort Edward, New York. He was a finalist in 07 and in 08. Para is representing Armin's Place 2 in Rouse's Point. As we said, he's from St. Albans. He was a finalist in 98 and in 06, so I guess he has been back here in a recent time. He finished 3rd in 94 and 97. He was champion in 93 95, and as we said, 96. It's a race to 3. So it sounds like the first one to win 3 games is going to advance. Loser will go to the losers bracket. And you have to, it's double elimination tournament, so if you lose, you still got a chance to come back and participate. We'd like to welcome all those folks who are watching this on the internet at Plattsburgh.com or HometownCableNetwork.com. So this will be the first opportunity for the folks down in the Comstock area, from Fort Edward and Whitehall and so forth, to enjoy this annual tournament. Looks like all he's got left is that little black ball, number 8. You have a marker. Yeah, the referee holds the marker. And I think they've gone back to making sure the player gets the marker. I know at one time, whoop, as he's going to scratch, he just lost. He just lost, scratched on the 8 ball. So it looked like Tucker had a game in hand, but he ends up losing that first one after a nice run on the table. I know at one time you had to go over to the referee, and the referee wasn't allowed to hand you that marker unless you asked for it. But I think they got away from that. We'll see as the game and day progresses if they did or not. So it's a game in hand for Para, and Tucker will break to start the second game of the day. And talking with Jay Montpelier, and he's mentioning Lloyd Lord. Lloyd, who passed away while participating in the tournament. And what Jay said to me was that he had just sunk the 8 ball on the break, and if you sink the 8 ball on the break and don't scratch, then you've won that game. So he'd just done that, and then he dropped. It's a very sudden death for Lloyd Lord, but he died participating in something that he enjoyed, and he died after doing something that I'm sure he was pleased to have done. So I think in that respect, we'd all like to go after having done something that we enjoyed and having done it successfully. Although we'd like to last a few more years than what happened with Mr. Lloyd's case. But the pool community is mourning his loss, and I know they had a memorial for him last night, as I talked to Jay yesterday afternoon. Para is shooting for the high balls. It's the 10 in the side. It may have been the 12 because it looks like the 10 ball here. Sometimes the colors of the balls don't quite show up on the camera the way we'd like them to. When you sink a ball on the break, it doesn't necessarily mean that you've got the highs or the lows. You still have to sink a ball after the break to have that particular high or low or stripe or solid situation. Para's going to put it down in the corner. With just one camera, we're occasionally blocked out. He has 3 remaining, the 9 The 10 and the, it's like the 14. Nine, the 11, I should say, and the 14. Shoots the 14. As far as I know, you only have to call your pocket. You do not have to call a kiss off another ball. You don't have to call your combinations, just the pocket. This will leave him with just the 8, and the 8 is along the rail over here, but he's left himself in pretty darn good position. I cannot tell from this angle if the 2 is blocking that pocket in any way. He has put the marker in the corner, and he has won the second game. He's up 2-0 on Mr. Tucker.
That guy's look trying to throw me out. But I didn't make it.
Okay, Para breaking. Nothing went. That'll be Tucker's choice. This is taking place on the 4th day of April 2009. I don't think we mentioned that fact when we started the event. And I'm very happy to say that he's going to shoot the 7 right now. That's not what I'm happy to say. I'm very happy to say that it's cool and wet outside. I think it was 2 years ago I was here, and it was 60s degrees in the 60s outside and sunshine. And the last place I wanted to be was in this pool hall. But today it's cool and dreary, and no cabin fever going on today. I'm just happy to be inside and perfect pool tournament weather. It may not be the leave that he wanted here. I don't think he can see anything. All he can see is the rail. And if he doesn't touch, he has to hit one of his balls, and that ball has to hit a rail after he hits it, or go in. But if the ball doesn't at least hit a rail, then it's a scratch and it's ball in hand for Para. And of course he can't be moving those other 2 balls, the 6 and the 8. He can't be moving those when he obviously he can hit the 6, so he shouldn't have any problem avoiding a scratch here. All he has to do is hit that 6 and then make sure it's hard enough to go off a rail, but he has to hit it first. He can't hit that 8 ball first. He has to hit the 6, make sure it or another one of his balls go off a rail, or the cue ball. Has to be some kind of rail action after his contact with the ball. He is not going to take the easy way out. He's shooting over the 6, hits the 9. Good try. He almost made that 1 ball. But he may have left a little opening here for Para, who leads 2-0 in this race to 3. First match of the day. Again, the loser is not eliminated just yet. He goes down into the loser's bracket. They are almost touching. And the question is, can he put enough slice on that 15 to get the 9 to go in? We're about to find out. Nope. Well, Tucker has the 2 along the rail. He's got the 5 here. He's going to shoot for the 6, try to put it in the corner. He does it. He's got the 1 up in the top rail, but he can't see it from where he is. In fact, he can't see very much as far as his balls from that angle. He's going to send the ball down off the bottom rail. And nope, he's going to give it some more thought. I don't know if he was thinking to come back and making contact with that 2. He's very close to that 15, so I don't know if I don't think he can get by there and still hit that 1 ball. He's too close to the 15 to do that. But his angle will be too sharp coming off that rail to linger on there and hit that 1 ball. It's a scratch. Didn't hit any of his balls. Well, it's ball in hand for Para. It's not his first shot that he's worried about. It's what he's going to do on the subsequent shots. Well, he's putting that up there where he figures he can move his cue ball into position. He's still got a shot down below. This looks blue on our screen here, but that's the 12 ball, which of course is purple. You can see that 12, and you can also see the 9. He is going to go for the 9. He's got the 15 up and against his top rail, and that's protected from the corner pocket by the 1 ball. So that's a tough shot there to be able to get the angle on that one. So that will make it tough for him to run the table. He'll have to find a way to break that out of there. Takes the 12 in the corner. Probably didn't come up quite as much as he would like to have. I'm sure he would like to be a little higher here and have a little better shot on that 11 ball. Try to cut the 10 into the corner. He does it. And now he will consider that 15. He does have a shot down at the 11, but I think if he can make that 15, he thinks he can. From our vantage point, I can't always tell the clearances here. Looks like he has enough room. He does. Makes it a relatively easy shot. So now he's got the 11. Now last year, as I recall, we had one fellow who shot the 8 ball, went over and grabbed the marker, shot the 8 ball, and he still had a ball left to shoot. He had a momentary lapse, and it cost him a game. He sliced into the side, and now Para in position to make it a sweep here against Gary Tucker from the Fort Edward area. He's been here the last 2 years. This is Tucker's 3rd trip. And of course, folks in St. Albans will also be able to watch this at Plattsburgh.com and HometownCableNetwork.com. So Para takes game 1. He'll advance, and Tucker will go to the losers bracket. Our next first round game will feature Pat Stotler and Johnny Richard, or Johnny Richard, or Richard. Stotler, the defending champion. Let's get the info on Stotler. He's playing for the Friendly Tavern in Keysville. He is from Plattsburgh. He is a finalist in 06 and a champion last year in 08. Johnny Richard, or Johnny Richard, or Johnny Richard, is from Moores. He was a finalist in 94, 02, and 04. And he is playing for Dolly's in Rouse's Point. Well, actually, Last Resort, formerly Dolly's in Rouse's Point. And the Barcomb's Marina is where that establishment is located. Race to 3. Winner here will, I believe, face Para. Let's see. Yes, the winner will face Para. The loser will face Tucker. But that'll be in the loser's bracket. And after that game, when Tucker plays the loser of this match, then we'll have our first elimination of the day. Again, it looks blue on my screen here, but it's a purple ball, 12. He's going to try to put it in the corner. And nice soft touch. Well done by the defending champion. Big sports weekend. As we're taping this, March Madness. Tomorrow, the semifinals in the NCAA. And tomorrow also the first game of the Major League Baseball season. So I don't think anything, well, maybe this 5 touching the rail will count. I don't think it does though. No, referee Faneuf hands the ball to Richard, and Johnny Richard will shoot. He's got the low ones. Going to try to send one down into the corner. Sounds like he made something. That's the one angle that we don't have a good view of. We have to be blocked out somewhere, and that's the spot. But all in all, we have a pretty good view of the table. He's going to shoot the one into the corner and sinks it. But not a particularly good lead. This would be a tough shot for a person of my shooting skills. We'll see how tough it is for Mr. Richard. Well, I guess he's probably a better pool shooter than I am or ever was. Here's number 3. He's got his 5 ball up here in the corner, and that's the tough one. I think he can come off the rail. I think he can. He may not be able to slice it in. I think he can slice it in after hitting the bank if he comes in real soft. But no, he's got another one up here. Excuse me, he's got the 4 ball. And that is one nice shot by Johnny Richard. Looks like he has spent a few hours in the pool halls over the years. However, I don't think he can do anything to put this one in. He's just going to try to make contact, and he makes contact and gets the ball to bounce off the rail. Referee Van Eff was right there. Stotler surveying the situation. Slices it in, knocks the 9 ball out. Has an easy shot on the 9 ball, and the 8 is right out in the open. So it's his game to win here in this race for 3 and the opening round of the 17th annual New York Regional Tournament here, former Northern Tier Tournament, now known as the 8-Ball Billiards Regional Winter Pool Tournament. Coming at you from 8-Ball Billiards Cafe, just north of Plattsburgh on Route 9, right across the road from the big new movie theater in the North Bowl. Reshore will break. Start the second game. Hear a lot of stuff falling. But I believe nothing counts yet until he sinks one. It's still choice. You can sink 6 of the same color, same you can sink 6 high ones or 6 low ones, but unless you sink the next one, you still haven't got the highs or the lows. So it's still up for grabs here. He's got to make a ball to lay claim to either one. I'm going to try the 6 in the corner. Tough shot. Tough. Unless I am mistaken, it's still choice. It looks like Stotler is looking only at the high balls. We'll see. I thought it was still choice here, but it doesn't appear to be that way. Nope. Yep. He's now looking at the low ones. So he'll put the 7 in. That's the 3 and the 6. Probably shooting the 3. Leaves himself good position on the 6. Stotler's not worried about this one. He just wants to get position on his next ball. And he scratches. So it's ball in hand for Johnny Richard. After he sinks the 9, he'll leave his ball up close to the rail here, and he'll have another easy shot if he does. I believe this is the 14 along the rail. Makes the 9, but a little too hard. Doesn't get position on the 14. He's got the 12 and the 11. You can see the 11, you can see that. but he's going to try to put the 12 in the side pocket. Cue ball's at top of the rail, right up close to the rail, and that always makes it a little tougher to try to shoot off the top of the rail. You don't end up with much surface to choose from as far as the ball goes, and let's see, we've changed our lighting here just to see if this will help. It gives us a true color on the purple, but the table looks green instead of a bluish hue to it. So we'll try a different setting. There we go, this one might work here. Nice slice. Here's his big problem, this 5, which may actually be hidden from the pocket by the 14. He's going to try to put the 1 in. Looks like he's going to do a combination. They're always tricky. He's got it. So now he's got the 4 against the rail and the 5 against the 14, and that's it, besides the 8 ball. Going for the 4. Sliced it a little too thin, but Richard still has this to contend with, which he can deal with if he gets the right angle. Looking at the 11 and the 12. I'm going to try the 12 in the side. Those are the shots that you have to make, but those are the shots you sometimes miss because you're so concerned about where you're leaving the ball. If you only had to make that ball in that pocket, there wouldn't be the problem. It's because you're trying to get set up for your next shot that you run into problems. So not only did he miss the ball, but he would have left himself in a bad situation, and now Pat Stotler has something to choose from here. He's going to try to put the 4 ball in the corner. So I guess he's going to try to follow it in here. He'll try to follow that ball. No, he's just playing a safe. As long as his ball comes off the rail after he hits it, he's covered. And he has buried that 14. And now Richard wants to put this one in and make sure his cue ball comes up and breaks the 14 out of here. He doesn't want anything that's going to cause him to hit that 8 ball. So this is a situation again where he's worried about the next shot and trying to make this shot. So it looks like he's going to go up rather than try to slice it in. Leave it in a position for his next opportunity. Stotler says he's going to bring the 4 ball back off the, hit the rail, come back, hit the 5 into the 4, and put the 4 in the corner. And that was just the formality of calling a pocket. Richard is looking close to see if he can see that 15. seeing it is one thing, but seeing it and being able to put it in the pocket is the tricky part. So he's going to give up on that idea, at least for the time being. He's going to he cannot slice this in there. Just the laws of geometry won't allow that. So he's just trying to call a pocket. And again, this 5-14 love affair up here is what's causing this game to take so long. Looking to put the 5 in the corner. And instead he put the 14 in the corner. But this looks like a fine slice. Nope, he's going to bring it back. Going to bring it back. Nice shot. Didn't scratch. And it looks like he's got an easy shot on the 8 ball. This would tie this match up 1-1. Should he make it? He does, quite decisively, and it's 1-1. Stotler. Scratch. Ball comes off the table. It's a scratch. Ball in hand for Richard. He's circled the table about 14 times. And of course, again, it's not that first shot he was worried about. It was all the subsequent shots. He'll follow the 5 and should be in good position on the 3. His tough ball at the moment would appear to be the 7, which is just, oh, didn't get the 5. The 7 was a tough shot. He should have followed that 5 a little bit more, but he was in perfect position to sink the 2 ball had he made it. Stotler shooting the 10. Kisses it off to 3. As a short shot on the 14. Always shoot the pigeons. Two down there, you got 3 up this way. He may shoot the 11 down and follow it, or he may put some draw on it and bring it back. Oh, he's going to follow it and go after the 2 on the, on the other end. He's going to try to put the 13 in, I think he said. But he just calling the ball for the formality of it all. He's just hiding Richard. Richard, I think, has a shot here coming off the bank. He does. Sank the 5. Now he's going to go after the 1 ball. Put it down in the corner. Scott Bosley taught me a long time ago, all things being equal, get the one closest to the rail first.
Hey, Gary.
After thinking about it, he's going to go for that 7 ball. And next one does he think will be the easier second shot? He thinks the 3 ball will be easier on the next shot. 2 in the corner. And all he'll have between him and the 8 ball is the 3 ball. 3 in the side, obviously. And the scratch was not part of the plan. I think a little less muscle on that one might have been a better idea. So it's ball in hand. Stotler sinks to 12. An easy shot on the 9. He'll shoot the 15 and get position on the 13. And the only ball left on the table is the 8 ball. And with this, Stotler will move to 2-1 on Richard in this race to 3. Johnny Richards will break and start the 4th game. He's going after the low ones. And 3 in the corner.
Table number 1. Shot back to Tom Lashley. First round of the hard luck tournament. Table number 3. John Elsling and Jason Dent. Table number 3. First and second round of the hard luck tournament. Everybody come up. That's in the 9 ball. We're going to draw those right now.
6. And then he's got the 4, the 1, and the 7. Put the 6 in the corner. Oh, he'll have to shoot the 4. Nope. He's going to try to put that 1 in off the 7. Real close. Stotler has the 15 with a clear view, but if he can do something with that 13, I'm sure he will, but I don't think he can. Looks like he has to go for the 15. 17th annual 8-Ball Billiards Cafe Regional Winter Pool Tournament, April 4th, 2009. We're in the opening round. Pat Stotler, representing Friendly Tavern from Keysville, competing against Johnny Richard from Last Resort in Rouse's Point. Winner, nice combination. Winner will face Chuck Para, 3-0 victor over Gary Tucker. Para representing Armin's Place 2 from Rouse's Point. Tucker representing Time Served from Comstock, New York. And the loser of this will go down and face Tucker in the loser's bracket. Put the 1 in. Would have left himself in good position. He leaves Richard in lousy position. Going to try to put the 7 in. And he did it. He did it. Nice shot. On the balls are touching, there ain't nothing you can do with it except shoot it straight in. And he ain't got a straight in shot. He's got to have his ball hit a rail after contact. He's going to try to send it down into the cross corner. Wow, what a shot that was. Beautiful attempt by Richard, but it gives the defending champion a chance to wrap this one up. Richard has made some beautiful shots today, but he is probably about to fall into the loser's bracket. I would say there is not a lot of hope here for Richard at this point. He's going to be heading for the loser's bracket, and it's going to be a 3-1 here in favor of Stotler. Marker is down. Wants to avoid a scratch. It's a whole lot of English on it. Defending champion Stotler will advance in the winner's bracket. Johnny Richard will advance in the loser's bracket. Continuing in the opening round here, we have Gary Dubuque and Neil Young. Gary Dubuque is representing the American Legion Post 912 in Rouse's Point. He's from Plattsburgh. He was a finalist in '96 and in 2001. He finished third in 2003 and 2004. He was a champion 3 times in 1998, the year 2000, and in 2002. That's Gary Dubuque. Neil Young is the opponent. Neil is from West Shazy. He's representing Brookie's Pub from Keysville. Looks like Dubuque will break to start the game. Young is a finalist in 2004, 2005, and last year in 2008. He was a champion in 2006. So once again, we're in a situation here where we have past champions facing each other. A lot of past champions in this year's tournament in the finals. Winner of this will advance to face the winner of the next opening round match, Howie Hemingway and Tom Hebert. And of course the loser will face the loser of that match. Young shooting for the high balls. Just barely avoided the scratch. He's calling the 14, so that's up here, just in the middle of this pack over here. And he sank it in, kissed off the 10 ball. So that was a very nice shot. Or that was actually a 12 ball. Again, it looks a little blue. And first look in our viewer. Young continuing. Puts the 9 in the side. Has an easy shot on the 13. Just a matter of trying to break something out with the cue ball on the shot. Doesn't want to hit it too hard and move that 8 into a bad position. So hits it relatively low. Looks like he does have an angle here on the 10 ball. then he has just the 12 after that one. He'll be shooting the 10 in the corner. And has what appears to be a good view of the 12. And then his question becomes the 8. Because as you can see, all the solids are still on the table. He has placed the marker in the corner. Shooting his 8. He's got it, no scratch, and he takes a 1-0 lead in this race to 3. Young breaking to start the second game of the match. And he succeeded in sinking the cue ball. So it's ball in hand for Dubuque. Reminder, you're watching viewer-supported local television, hometown cable. We rely heavily on viewer support to keep this programming coming. And we hope you will consider becoming a viewer supporter and then acting upon that consideration. I think he's going to use the bridge here. Bringing in the bridge. Nice bridge shot. He may not have put the cue ball where he wanted to. Looked like it kind of settled in there. I wonder if there's a dent in the table there, Jay. I believe Young has little choice but to go after the 10, which is exactly what he's going to do. He's got the 14, looks like the 14 up along the rail up here. Hits that with a lot of authority. Also knocks in the 1 for good measure. Has a shot at the 13. Slice that in the side. And that will leave him probably in position to do something with the 15, but he's got a couple up this way. He's going to bring it up. He's going to bring the 13 up here. A daring move by Neil Young. Dubuque's got his 7, he's got his 4. He's going for the one closest to the rail first. Looks like he's been listening to Scott Bosley. Okay, we're looking at a combination here to get that 5 in and the 7. 2 for the price of 1. 2 for the price of 1. Now the only thing he's got left to shoot is the 8. Should be a relatively easy shot for Dubuque. Leaves the door open for Young, but the ball is right against the rail. He can probably slice that 9 in. I would think that's what he's going to do. He's going to try for that 9. Hit it too hard. However, he leaves Dubuque with a shot that only he's going to have to draw it back. The shot he's got, and he's got the 11 ball near the cue ball, so can't quite have the freedom of hitting that cue ball exactly where he wants to. He's got to work around that 10 ball. Well, now Young's in a pretty good situation here. He could conceivably run this table and have a shot at that 8 ball. Goes after the one closest to the rail first. Now it just becomes a matter of which sequence he wants to put these in. Going for the 13. Puts the 12 in front of the pocket. That's one he can get from anywhere, but he's going to shoot it right now. It's as good an angle as he's probably going to get on it. It's not sitting right in front of the pocket. Leaves himself a good shot on the 15 in the side. He has the 11, and of course the 8 is against the rail almost, so close to the rail. Not against it, but close to it. So he's got to make sure he has the proper angle. And the last thing he wants to do is scratch and give Dubuque a ball in hand on that 8 ball. So 11 going in is the lesser of the problem. Leaving the cue ball where you want it and need it is the bigger challenge. Looks like an easy shot down into the corner. He'll probably just use medium English on it. Don't want to draw it back, then you don't want to follow it. In fact, he just stopped it, dead in his tracks. So Young takes it and will advance to the next game. Duke breaks. Nothing drops. You may hear the sound of balls falling in the pockets in the background, but there are 3 other active tables here as we're taping this at 8 Ball Billiards Cafe in Plattsburgh. Takes the low ones, the little ones, the solids. I think he's going after the 6. Is it direct or off to 3? We'll see. I think off to 3. Yep. He'll have the 1 up in the corner. Next 3 will be a little more challenging. He's got the 4, he's got the 7, and he's got the 3. Looks like he's going after the 7 in the side. He's in great position for the 4 ball. He knows he can make the 4, but leaving that cue where he can do something with that 3 is our challenge here. Hit off the rail. I don't see what he can do here to possibly put that in, but he'll at least hit it. And the cue ball went off the rail after contact, so that is good enough. Dubuque surveying the situation. He's going to put one of these in the side. I would guess that one. There's where the 8 is located. I'm going to go after, probably after the 14 if he can get it. And I think he can. The 11 ball. Sliced a little thin.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be the 3 ball for Young. Gives Dubuque ball in hand. 15 in the corner. He should have the run here. He's got the 9. Easy shot on the 9. He's got the 11 right in front of the pocket. And a 13 sitting out in the middle of the table. Well, I think it's time to shoot the 11.
I never even thought about it.
All 3 of them.
Even though I take it.
13 in the side. And an easy shot on the 8. Neil Young will break to start the next game in this race to 3. First round action in the 17th annual 8-ball Billiards Cafe Pool Tournament. Choice for Dubuque. And still choice. Young's going to go for the low ones. He's going after the 1 ball down in the corner. Got the 6 along the rail. It's been there right along. Looks like he's shooting for the 7. He is. Hoping to do something with the 6. But he didn't accomplish much, but he didn't leave Dubuque with anything either. I see nothing that Dubuque can put in. Try to draw the 9 ball back into the corner. Young's going to send the 7 way down in the corner. Ride the rail down, all the way down. And to find out if you got straight rails or not. Got a clear shot in that 12 ball. And he will take it. Probably follow it. Nope, he's going to back up a little bit. And he'll have an easy shot on the 11 if he so desires. Also has a shot on the 10. Going after the 11 so he can get position here on the 15, but he doesn't follow it very much. Need a little more follow on that, I think. Oh, he's got a shot on the 14. Going to shoot that 14. The 6 ball looks like Young's best option. Got the 3 over here. He's got the 5 hugging the 8. He'd like to break up that 5 and 8, but I don't think he can get the ricochet that he needs to do that here. We'll see. Ball in hand for Dubuque. 15 along the rail. Young's going to go after the 3 first. Put the 5 in the side. And looking to put the 8 in this side. He does it. And Neil Young will advance. Gary Dubuque will move to the loser's bracket and play the loser of the next match. Okay, our 4th and final first round match, and this will wrap up, when this concludes, it'll wrap up this part of the program. We'll have us in at least 3 episodes. The competitors. The fellow breaking is Howie. Let me make sure of this here. Nope, he's Tom Hebert. Tom Hebert. And he is from time served in Comstock. He is from Whitehall. He's a first-time finalist. And his opponent is Tom Hebert. Excuse me, it's Howie Hemingway. He's Tom Hebert. His opponent is Howie Hemingway. He's a first-time finalist. He's representing Patriots Pub, and he's from St. Albans. Patriots Pub, formerly Manny's, and of course, going way back, Baudette's Central Tavern, back when I was still drinking draft beer on a regular basis. And let me tell you, Dick Baudette was one excellent pool player and one excellent all-around athlete. And we appreciate the games that Dick refereed for us when we had our town team basketball, and he'd come on a Sunday afternoon and one charge. So if our opponents didn't have a name, we'd call them the Central Tavern and get their name in the paper and give him a little credit there for helping us out. But even though the opponents were the Central Tavern, he never helped them to win. He always reffed it as he saw it. Hemingway shooting for the 4 ball. Or maybe not. I'm going to go after the 7. He'd probably like that shot back. We'll see if Hebert can sneak it through. Nope. Snuck it in front. He's blocking the pocket. Playing a little defense there. As long as his ball, the cue ball hit the rail after contact, as long as he hit his ball first. Even though he sank the other ball. So Hebert tries a little spinny here off the rail, and nope. It'll be ball in hand. Hemingway stuck in the corner here and gets the action off the rail. With the 2 ball touching the 8, he didn't really want to make that one. He just wanted to avoid a ball in hand for Hebert. position on the 8. He's going to try to bring it back into the corner there where his elbow is. And now he's changed his mind. I don't see how he can make it, but we'll see how close he comes. He can't just hide his cue ball behind the 8 because the 8 has to get some action off the rail. Maybe if he hadn't hit off the 2, he would have had a shot at it. Hemingway looking for the corner. And he changed his mind. He's going to put it up in this corner, the 2 ball. Should be an easy shot on the 4. And 8 in the corner. One nothing lead for Howie Hemingway. Set for the second game in this match, first round match of the day. Winner goes against Neil Young, loser goes in the loser's bracket against Gary Dubuque. We'll send the 10 into the corner. Going after the 13. You can see that 11. I think he'll save this one and go after the 14. That's exactly what he's doing. Put the brakes on the cue ball. And the 8 is right over here, so he's checking to see if he can see that corner pocket with the 8 as he gets ready to shoot the 9. Marker is in the corner. And very quickly we are tied up here, 1-1. Hebert will break. He's got 2 solids, but it's his choice. He's going to go after the highs, I think. Doesn't have any shots on the low balls. Trying to send something down into the corner. But instead he goes for the corner pocket. Going to shoot over the 1 ball. If he goes after that 11, that 9, but I think he's going to instead go up to pick off the pigeon up here, sitting duck. I'll try to slice the 9 into the side here. I didn't think so. Not a lot of good shots here available for Hemingway. try to get a little combination action in on the 5, I think. No, he's going to try to slide the 4 by there, but that didn't happen. Hebert, 9 off the side, into the side. Looks like an easy shot on the 15, and he'll have a good view of the 11 and a 13 in the other corner. His only problem was with the 8 ball, which is hidden up here in the at this end. Plenty of room along the rail to get the 13 in, but getting up here in position on the 8. And can he get that 8 by there? I don't think he can. Looks like he's going to have to, I don't know, have to really jam it through there. We'll see. I think he'll have to hit this one hard. No, he's going to try to finesse it in. Didn't happen. So Hemingway will probably shoot the 4, obviously. Doesn't have a great view of anything down that way. As much as he hates to, he's going to have to go after that 5.
Stuffy Bill Seavers. If you find Stuffy, you have to hurry up. Table 1.
Straight in on the 6. I think he's got the angle on the 9. Two in the corner, and the only ball left on the table is the 8 ball, in addition to the cue ball. Have to come off the rail, a little bit high on the rail. That takes it 2-1. Ball in hand for Hebert. This tournament used to be held earlier in the year, and as we said earlier in the day, it started as part of the Northern Tier Winter Carnival, which was held in February. And of course, in those days, Bob Ben, the late Bob Ben, would cover the tournament for us, as we're busy with high school sports that time of the year. Then for a year or two after Bob died in '97, his son Tom took over. Well, I think the novelty of that wore off. He wanted to carry on the family tradition, but it's a long day sitting here watching these guys play pool. That's the 11 ball, then it'll be going after the 8. And he's done a pretty good job of hiding himself on the 8 ball. Put the marker up here. I don't see how he can do it. Is he going to jump it? The jump shot, are jump shots legal? No, put some spin on it, and he scratched, and that's it. 3-1, I think. Yep, 3-1. Hemingway will advance. He'll go on to the next round, and Hebert will go to the losers bracket. So that'll wrap up this first look at the 17th annual tournament. Don't go away. Well, actually, go away. Don't go away. We got more on today's program, but don't go away in the future either, because we'll be back at another time, another date with more of this 17th annual 8-ball billiards pool tournament.